The patterns on banknotes are actually closely related to a country's historical development, values, economic progress, and even its level of civilization. Banknotes can serve as a window through which we can discover a country. Let's take a look at the secrets of banknotes. On the $1 bill, George Washington is depicted, regarded as the founding father of the United States. Under his leadership, the United States successfully gained independence from colonial rule, and as the first president of the United States, he symbolizes American independence. On the $2 bill, Thomas Jefferson, known as the Messenger of Liberty, represents not only the foundation of freedom in the United States but is also widely recognized worldwide for his advocacy of liberty. On the $5 bill, Abraham Lincoln, known as the Great Emancipator, represents the fundamental American value of all men are created equal. On the $100 bill, Benjamin Franklin, who drafted the famous Declaration of Independence during the American Revolutionary War, is featured. The back of the bill depicts the Philadelphia Independence Hall, symbolizing the same ideals. Japan is one of the world's leading technological powers and has received the most Nobel Prizes outside of Europe and the United States. The country's strength is reflected in its banknotes, which showcase its intellectual prowess. While many countries depict politicians or founding leaders on their banknotes, Japan features philosophers, educators, literary figures, and scientists. This conveys a constant message to the younger generation that knowledge is highly respected in the country. The 10,000 yen banknote features Yukichi Fukuzawa, the most influential philosopher and educator of Japan's Meiji era, who had a profound impact on the Meiji Restoration movement. The 5,000 yen banknote, in its 2004 edition, depicts Higuchi Ichiyo, a female writer from the Meiji era. On the 5,000 yen banknote, in its 1984 edition, is Inatsu Naitobe, an educator and international political activist who promoted the development of women's education during the Meiji period. The 1,000 yen banknote, in its 2004 edition, features Hideo Noguchi, a world-renowned bacteriologist. 1,000 Korean won, Togi Hwang, 1501–1570, a prominent Confucian scholar of the Joseon dynasty and the founder of the Togi school. He is often referred to as the Eastern Jushi by the Japanese. 5,000 Korean won, Yulgaki 1536–1584, known as one of the representatives of the principle of Qi and a disciple of Yi Hwang. He was considered one of the two great Confucians of Korea. 10,000 Korean won, King Sejong the Great, 1397–1450, the fourth king of the Joseon dynasty. He made significant contributions as a ruler, and his reign was regarded as one of the most remarkable in Korean history. 50,000 Korean won, Sin Samdang, 1504–1551, a painter, poet, and Confucian scholar of the Joseon dynasty. She was the mother of the renowned Confucian scholar Ei Yulgok. On January 1, 1999, after nearly half a century of planning, the euro was launched as the unified currency in 11 European Union countries at that time. Due to the unique background of the European Union, officials involved in creating this modern European monetary system did not want to spark unpleasant nationalist debates by featuring the portraits of individuals on the banknotes. Therefore, unlike most national currencies that depict national heroes or leaders, the euro banknotes feature only symbolic architectural designs, which are fictional. At present, all euro banknotes of different denominations share a common design. The front side showcases doors and windows, while the back side displays bridges. These designs represent different architectural styles from various periods in European history, symbolizing the cultural heritage of 7 distinct periods in Europe. The arches and windows symbolize the spirit of openness and cooperation. In Great Britain, the Queen is the most esteemed symbol, so the obverse side of all British pounds features Queen Elizabeth II, while the reverse side bears different designs depending on the denomination of the currency. Apart from the steadfast presence of Queen Elizabeth on the obverse, the reverse side of the pound notes changes every 10 to 20 years, depending on the denomination. The £10 note from the 2000 edition features the prominent figure of Charles Darwin, the pioneer of the theory of evolution. The 20-pound note from the 2007 edition showcases Adam Smith, the renowned economist of the 18th century and one of the main representatives of classical political economy in Britain. His book The Wealth of Nations laid the theoretical foundation for modern capitalism. He was also the first Scottish citizen to appear on British banknotes. The 50-pound note from the 2011 edition depicts the engineer James Watt and the entrepreneur Matthew Boulton, commemorating the Industrial Revolution that reshaped human history. The 5-pound note introduced in 2002 bears the portrait of a woman named Elizabeth Fry. She was the only woman, apart from the Queen, to appear on British banknotes. Elizabeth Fry was an 18th-century British social reformer who advocated for prison reform. Initially, the plan for the new 5-pound note introduced in 2016 was to replace Elizabeth Fry's portrait with that of former British Prime Minister Winston Churchill. However, this decision faced criticism from many feminists as it would result in all the reverse sides featuring male portraits, with only the Queen remaining on the obverse. This move led to over 30,000 British citizens signing an online petition demanding a change in this decision. Consequently, the Bank of England announced the decision to feature the portrait of Jane Austen on the new 10-pound note. When designing the new shekel banknotes, Israel made the deliberate decision to feature portraits of poets instead of politicians. On the 20-shekel note, there is the image of Rachel Bleustein, the first female poet in Israel to write in Hebrew. She holds a revered place in the hearts of the nation's people. On the 100-shekel note, there is the portrait of Leah Goldberg, a female poet known for her structured and rhythmically refined epic poetry. Her works express the pain of two homelands felt by the modern Jewish people, caught between their birthplace and the new nation. When it comes to gender equality from a currency perspective, Australia is undoubtedly the champion. Virtually every Australian dollar banknote perfectly embodies gender equality, with female figures featured on one side and male figures on the other. On the back of the 10 yuan banknote, there is a hidden inscription of the letters ZQM within the Three Gorges scenery pattern. It is said that the steel plate engraving of the Three Gorges landscape on the 10 yuan note was completed by Zhao Qiming. These three letters may be an abbreviation of the artist's name. Now let's move on to the secret of the 20 yuan note. Take out a 20 yuan banknote and look at the back. There is a capital letter, pronounced Jiujiu in Chinese, which can be easily seen with the naked eye. Take a closer look. Hidden cultural gems in the 50 yuan note. The 50 yuan banknote conceals a lesser-known cultural treasure, Journey to the West. It showcases the significance of the four great classical novels to the Chinese people. Take a closer look, have you discovered it? But it's not just the 50 yuan note that features these adorable character portraits. Other denominations of the Chinese currency also contain patterns representing elements of Chinese culture. The secret stripe in the 100 yuan note, in addition to its special anti-counterfeiting features, the 100 yuan banknote holds another noteworthy detail, the horizontal stripe beneath the denomination. This is not just an ordinary stripe, it is actually a pattern formed by repeating the words renminbi multiple times. The front of the banknote features Russian text such as 1910, State, Banknote, 100 rubles, and the State Bank has unlimited authority to exchange banknotes and coins. It also bears the signatures of two officials from the Russian currency issuing department at that time. On the back, there is a portrait of Empress Catherine II, also known as Catherine the Great, of the Russian Empire. To the left is an image of a sword-bearing warrior, a character from Russian folklore. In Russian history, Empress Catherine the Great was renowned alongside Peter the Great. Originally the daughter of a German duke, she married Emperor Peter III of Russia in 1745. On June 28, 1762, Catherine the Great deposed Peter III in a palace coup and ascended to the throne. She waged two wars against the Ottoman Empire, participated in the three partitions of Poland, incorporated the Khanate of Crimea into Russia, and secured access to the Black Sea. Her reign established the unprecedented and powerful Russian Empire in human history. Not only were her political achievements remarkable, but her numerous love affairs also became a fascinating topic for historians through the ages. The African country formerly known as Zaire is now the Republic of Congo. After overthrowing the authoritarian regime of Joseph Mobutu in 1997, the new government found itself in a state of cash shortage before it could design and issue new currency. So, what was their frugal solution? The Zaire government took stacks of 20,000 Zaire banknotes, removed the image of Mobutu's head from them, and put them into circulation. As we can see from the previous examples, the designs on banknotes are closely related to a country's historical development, values, economic progress, and even its level of civilization. By exploring the patterns on a nation's banknotes, one may discover astonishing secrets.